welcome to the April 2018 episode of Out of the Vault. If you are new to my channel, may I just say welcome. It is a pleasure to have you, and to all of you returning, it is great to see you back as we talk about another amazing film in the world of Disney. So I don't think it was hard to figure out that we were going to be discussing a specific movie from the wonderful world of Pixar, especially since this summer we are finally going to be seeing the much anticipated follow-up to probably what most would say is the greatest Pixar film of all time. That is Disney Pixar's sixth animated film, directed by Brad Bird, The Incredibles, starring the voice talents of Craig T. Nelson, Holly Hunter, Jason Lee, and of course the BMF himself, Samuel L. Jackson, which was quite a surprise to actually see this guy in a Disney movie. So I, of course, did see this film in theaters in November of 2004, and to this day, it still remains, to me, one of the truly unique Disney Pixar films ever created. This was the first time when Pixar decided not to use one of their main guys in-house and go with an outside director, Brad Bird. Now, Brad Bird was already a very well-known name in the world of film and animation. If you were a Simpsons fan, he was one of the executive producers. If you had seen The Iron Giant in 1999, it was probably one of your favorite animated films to date. So, knowing that he was going to be taking up the helm and directing this really unique and different Disney film about superheroes, another Disney first, I think we were all very excited. And to this day, after not seeing it for quite a couple of years and just so excited that The Incredibles 2 is coming out in the summer, this still holds up, and this is still one of the most amazing, most spectacular, most beautifully animated films in the world of Pixar. This also has three major reasons as to why this film was such a groundbreaker for Pixar as well as for animation in general. For the first time, this was when Disney used CGI animation to actually have people as their main characters in a Pixar movie. Before that, it was toys, bugs, fish, and monsters, so it was finally time to really step up their game and give us beautiful backgrounds, beautiful characters. The hair looked fantastic, the fabric of the clothing, as well as the creases in the skin of each and every one of these characters. It was just so incredible. It took so much time, effort, and money to actually get these characters to look as great as they did in the film. Another major positive about this film is the music. This was the first time that most of us in the film world heard one of the scores from the now great Michael Giacchino. And it also goes very well with the animation, especially considering the fact that they really tried to capture the golden age and silver age of superheroes and comics in this film. At the very beginning of this film, you see the marriage of Mr. Incredible and his wife Elastigirl, and you see the cars, you see the police officers. It looks like they're in the 1940s or 50s, and as the movie progresses and they actually have their family, you see all this retro stuff in cars, in technology, in houses. It looks like something out of the 1960s or 70s, and at the same time, it's even more interesting because there's still very James Bondish slash modern kinds of technology in this film to make it feel not so flashback, but still somewhat not so modern. And it was just so cool to see it all come together with a great score to match. And of course, one of the best things about this film is the fact that it really is not geared entirely towards children. Yes, granted, this is a family film, but some of the subjects that are discussed in this film amongst the characters, as well as some of the jokes that are said in this film, there is so much that not only kids can relate to, but adults can eat up as well. And as an adult seeing this movie numerous times, I still love this movie because it never gets old. The voice acting also does a great job at making these characters truly come to life. Knowing that Samuel L. Jackson and Jason Lee, who are in so many more mature content films that were going to be in this movie, I was just so excited to actually see how they would fare in a children's slash family film, and my goodness, they did it beautifully. It's got everything that a comic book fan, a superhero fan, and an animation fan can enjoy. Beautiful, all across the board. It's just so well paced, and even during the slow moments, it's just so interesting to watch because you really relate to these characters and they are very, very real, which is also something that Disney has done so many times, but actually seeing human interaction this time as opposed to things like anthropomorphic animals or just talking inanimate objects. This definitely was one that resonates with everybody, and I am just really excited, but still somewhat skeptical to see what's going to happen when The Incredibles 2 does in fact come to theaters, because I was curious to see where they were going to take this story, especially since at the end of the movie there's a cliffhanger. You are just craving more. But now let's see what actually happens now that we're going to see exactly what happens beyond the cliffhanger. If you haven't seen Disney Pixar's The Incredibles, oh my goodness, I have no idea what to say to you, but you've got to see this movie. I have seen this movie multiple times. I am a proud owner of this film in my DVD collection, and at this point in time, it still is my all-time favorite Pixar film, and I will give The Incredibles 4 stars out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Put your comments in the box below, and let's discuss The Incredibles. I'm really excited to do that, and I'm looking forward to the next episode of Out of the Vault. Take care. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.